Right. So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another late podcast. That's right. We're back with a late show with this late podcast for you guys. It's so late. It's unreal. But it's still Friday, so technically we've hit the Friday podcast on the right day. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for the next hour and a half or something, depending on how long it takes us to get through this show. But hopefully you guys will stay tuned with us as we discuss a few topics that we got lined up on today's podcast. Before we begin on what the topics are, let's begin by saying a few shout outs to a few people who've joined us on today's podcast. As always, we have got some awesome people over at youtube.com. A big shout out goes out to Brian Lloyd over at youtube.com. Thank you for joining us over there. And also, a big shout out goes out to Spade809 for claiming the crown over at twitch.tv with the first like, the first comment, and the first view. And Brian claims the crown over at youtube.com. The rest of you, if you're not here, Jesus, why do I do this show for? It's your news, okay? It's your weekly news. It's the only news you should know about. It's quite ironic because all we talk about on this show is things that have happened before and that hasn't happened before. That has already happened. But the thing is, I like the news to simmer. I like the news to get a little bit of meat on it and make sure the stories are correct before I start talking about them, because I don't want to talk about shit that isn't actually true. So that's basically why. Also, before we begin, we've got to do a massive shout out to the sponsors, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. Big shout out goes out to the infamous people over at Cinch Gaming, CD Keys, and not forgetting those infamous people over at Razor.com. If you guys haven't snagged yourself the free controller from Cinch Gaming, please be sure to follow me over at Twitter.com, where you guys, and my Twitter handle is T4MYM. It's at the top of your screens, I think, or bottom, or somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, don't forget to check the links in the description. You'll see it down there. T4MYM is my Twitch handle. My Twitter handle. So you guys follow me over Twitter, and you can get into yourselves into that awesome giveaway where you can win yourself a brand spanking new customized controller to help you better at Fortnite or whatever the hell you play. It's available for PS4 and Xbox One. So please don't delay. Claim your free controller today by following your boy T4 over at Twitter. Also, not forgetting the infamous T4 Army merch. If you guys haven't snagged yourself something awesome from the T4 Army store, and you missed out on the 15%, you missed out on the 20%, well, don't fret. For those of you who live in the United States of America, I've brought you good news. We are doing free shipping worldwide. That's right. You get your free shipping. If you guys want to snag yourself something from the store, be sure to head over there right now and grab yourself something awesome. We got free shipping coming your way very, very soon. The code will be in the actual store, so don't worry about looking for it here, there, and everywhere. It's in the store directly. Just click that link at the top right-hand corner, and you can get yourself in the goddamn store and get yourself something awesome from the T4 Army store. Also, not forgetting, we've got some awesome people over at G2A.com supporting us over at Twitch.tv. Thank you very much, G2A, keeping it lit, keeping it live with those AAA titles on the cheap. And not forgetting, also, G4G and Streamlabs, keeping those donations lit, live, and streamlined straight to the bank account of the stream. And if you guys ever want to donate to the live stream, that's how you should do it. You either donate through G4G or Streamlabs. Links in the description as always, and anything else that you're trying to find out about T4, the T4 Army, 2025, or me generally, just check the links down below in the description. Scroll down, have a little read, and you'll find whatever you need down there. Why you on your YT? Spade, I'm on my backup account on YouTube. If you haven't seen the actual notification pop up on your phone, is because you're not subscribed to my second channel. You only subscribe to the main channel. If you want to subscribe to the second channel, just find the T4 Army. That's the second channel. That's what it's called. Anyway, topics for today's show. We've got some awesome topics to talk about today. We've got gaming disorders. That's right. They've finally got the classification for what's considered as a gaming disorder, a mental health illness that's on the rise, people. Is it true? Is it fictional? We're about to find out. Deep dive with me and the T4 Army is going to be quite interesting. Also, let me just quickly unmute myself over there. Also, not forgetting, we have got the best of E3. Did you guys watch the E3? Do you know what's coming up? You know what's coming out? Don't fret. Your boy T4 got your back. So basically, we're going to be discussing all the up and coming games on E3. IGN have uh, come into my realms, and they have done a quick little roundup of what's coming out. What's been announced at E3, and the games that we're hyped for, the games that I'm hyped for, and the games that you're hyped for. Let me know in the comment down below as we get onto that topic. And also, we're going to go back and look at the KSI and Logan Paul conference. This was the conference before the big fight. We all know what happened there. But there was some serious build up to this fight, and I really wanted to talk about this, and I never got a chance to. So I thought, you know what? Why not just talk about it anyway? Like it matters. So, my opinions and what happened during the conference, if you guys didn't see it, it was insane and it was stupidly hilarious. So stay tuned for that. And also, last but not least, we've got a little interesting story on Pokemon Go. Do you guys play Pokemon Go? Do you? Well, if you do, you're about to find out some very interesting things. That's right. People actually are fighting still over Pokemon Go. Real assaults, people facing jail time. The news is here. That's right. Welcome back, everybody. So we're going to be deep diving into these stories on today's podcast. So please be sure to stick around for the next hour and a half, or maybe a little bit less. Last week we managed to pop out this podcast in 49 minutes. Who knows? Maybe we'll do the same again this week. So far, it looks like we got no guests on today's podcast. Denny's. What's his name? Exodus D can't find his goddamn headphones, so he can't join us at the moment. But if he finds them, he'll join. I'm just like, how the hell does this kid lose everything? I just don't understand how it works in his life. Also, a big shout out goes out to Apricot Druprit Fruit and Commander Root over at Twitch.tv. They literally simultaneously jumped into the live stream at the same time. Congrats, boys! You're in literally. Competition. Demonic Princess, what's up? Thanks for dropping a little hey over at discord.com. And don't forget, guys, if you want to chat with me during the podcast, if you want to get involved with the podcast, it's very easy to do. All you got to do is head over to discord.com. If you guys have got Discord, all you got to do is head over there and just wrong way. All you got to do is head over to discord.com where you guys can follow the T4 Army chat, and you can actually become a guest on the podcast itself. Hey, wouldn't you like to be a guest on the show? Of course you would. So if you want to get yourself involved and you want to be part of one of the guests, please be sure to head over to Discord where you can get involved. That's right. Anyway, let's jump into the show. First topic of the day. We got this very interesting story from Medical News today. What is gaming disorder? That's right, everybody. The question on the tips of everybody's lips. In 2018, the World Health Organization, also known as WHO, that's right, that's who they're known as, classified gaming disorder in their International Classification of Diseases, ICD-11. The ICD-11 is a list of diseases and medical conditions that health professionals use to make diagnosis and treatment plans. According to the ICD-11, people with gaming disorders have trouble controlling the amount of time that they spend playing digital or video games. They also prioritize gaming over other activities and experience negative effects from their gaming behaviors. The WHO decided to classify the condition after reviewing the research and consulting with the experts. The WHO claim that this classification will result in an increased focus on gaming disorder and its prevention and treatment. Gaming disorders share similarities with Internet Gaming Disorder, IGD, which is a condition that the American Psychiatric Association, APA, have labeled in their Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder, Jesus Christ, DSM-5, as requiring further study. The APA does not currently recognize IGD as an official condition. In this article, we discuss the signs and symptoms of gaming disorders and explore what its classification may mean for gamers worldwide. That's right, everybody. If you play games, you're fucking mentally fucked. Anyway, signs and symptoms, everyone. Pay close attention. This is serious stuff. According to the WHO's definition, a person who has gaming disorder will show the following characteristics for at least 12 months. So this is not a 1 or 2 day, 1 month gaming fiasco. Hey, what's up, Slamman? It is much more than that, okay? It is the specific signs and symptoms. Here we go. Symptom number 1, lacking control over their gaming habits. Prioritizing gaming over other interests and activities. Continuing gaming despite its negative consequences. And for diagnosis, these behaviors must be so severe that they affect a person's A, family life, B, social life, C, personal life, D, education, and E, work. According to some research, gaming addiction may co-occur with other mood disorders such as anxiety disorders, depression, or stress. People who remain physically inactive for extended periods due to gaming may also have a higher risk of obesity. That's right, you fat fucks. Get off your ass and stop playing games. Sleeping problems and other health issues. Gaming disorder and addiction. The WHO have listed gaming disorder as a disorder due to addictive behavior in the ICD-11. Addiction to gaming is similar in many ways to other types of addiction. People with the disorder may often spend many hours playing games, have a strong emotional attachment to this behavior, and may experience fewer social connections as a result. As with other addictions, gaming disorders can have a negative impact on family life, relationships, and work or education. This may lead to irritation with those who criticize gaming, or it may cause feelings of guilt. I think maybe all of us have this disorder now who game, because if you fit this profile, I suggest you now throw your controller out of your window and go find psychiatrists to help you. Diagnosis! Although the classification defines the behaviors that may lead to a diagnosis of gaming disorders, it is not yet clear how medical professionals will assess these behaviors. Experts will probably need to devise diagnostic tests such as questionnaires and structured interviews to help determine whether or not someone has a gaming disorder. They may use something similar to the Internet Gaming Disorder Scale, IGDS, a standard measure of computer and video game addiction. Treatment! The good stuff. Here we go. So if you feel if you feel that what I've said so far depicts what you're like, basically, don't fret. There is treatment for your disease. For your disorder. Here it is. Gaming disorder is a new classification, so there is no clear treatment plan in place yet. However, it is likely that treatments for other addictive behaviors such as gaming addiction will also be relevant for gaming disorder. Treatment for compulsive gambling may include therapy, medication, and self-help groups. According to a 2017 study on the treatment of IGD, it may be beneficial to combine several types of treatment. In the study, researchers used the following treatments: psychoeducation, psychoeducation. This involves educating the person about gaming behaviors and their effects on mental health. Number two, treatment as usual. It is possible to adapt addiction treatment to fit gaming disorder. The treatment focuses on helping the person to control cravings, deal with irrational thoughts, and learn coping skills and problem solving techniques. Interpersonal. This treatment helps people to explore their identity, build self esteem, and enhance their emotional intelligence. Interpersonal part two looks like. During this treatment, the individual will learn how to interact with others by working on their communication skills and assertiveness. What the fuck is this? Family intervention. They're gonna get your parents involved. Watch out, kids. If gaming disorder is negatively affecting relationship with others, family members may need to take part in some aspects of the therapy. Development of a new lifestyle. Throw your Xbox PS4 out the window. Here we go, everybody. To prevent excessive gaming, people should exploit their skills and abilities, set goals for themselves, and find activities other than gaming that they enjoy. But what if all they like to do is game? This is just one proposed treatment model. It is likely that other researchers will suggest alternative treatments for gaming disorder. Any co-occurring conditions such as anxiety or depression may also require treatment. Drugs it is then, everybody. Take those drugs. This was also reported on by Polygon. That's right, those crazy sons of bitches over at Polygon thought they'd jump on the bandwagon, as I am as well. Talk about this and give their own classification of who has reported on this particular disorder. So, gaming disorder classified as a mental health condition, but is the move premature? Many scientists continue to be skeptical, as the gaming community. The World Health, the WHO, is adding gaming disorder to its globally recognized compendium of medical conditions and diagnoses. The agency announced Monday, despite the objections of the video game industry and many researchers who have studied the issue and believe the scientific evidence for the classification is weak at best, which means it's a load of shit. It's a load of rubbish. What's up, Jordan? Welcome. Gaming disorder is listed under disorders due to addictive behaviors in the final draft of the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases, ICD-11. The draft will be presented to the World Health Assembly in May 2019 and is scheduled to go into effect Jan 1st, 2022. The WHO released it as an advance preview to give countries time to prepare and train people for its implementation, the organization said in a news release. Now, I don't know about you, okay? There's a lot of shit to read here. I mean, the links to the articles are not in the description down below, but I'm sure if you Google Polygon, or if you just Google gaming disorder, you will find these articles, which you can read on further. But you know what? I've done enough reading for now. I feel like my brain's gonna fry. I need a game. Anyway, the issue, the thing that I take away from this stuff is, who the hell is working at this fucking organization to come up with these stupid ideas? I mean, literally, they're talking about bollocks. Gaming disorder. I mean, that just sounds like lazy parenting to me, you know? I mean, you think about all of the... I mean, this is how I think about it anyway. All of the... all the YouTubers, all of the... mostly, really, the Twitch streamers. You look at people like Cypher PK, you look at people like Ninja, you look at all the professional gamers, like the pro gamers, that you get on tour, that go and do competitive gaming. These people are gaming for 12 hours of their day. maybe more. I mean, Cypher does like a 7 to 7 run. He does like 7 in the morning. No, he does 7 in the morning till like 1 o'clock or something. He takes a break for about 4 hours, and then he comes back and he rolls all the way through till like 2 o'clock in the morning or some shit. Ninja, his schedule is even more ridiculous. This dude's like gaming like he has like a one like he has 2 breaks on his stream from what I know. One of the breaks is like late morning, so like around lunchtime. He takes a break for about 2 hours. He comes back, he hammers another 5 hours or something, and then he takes another break in the evening for about 3 hours, and then he comes back and he bangs it out the rest of the night. Dude, I'm telling you now. I mean, I've even listened to some of these streamers who do like the pro play, like for like Call of Duty or League of Legends or whatever the hell, or even Fortnite Friday, like with the summer skirmish and stuff. These guys are playing for ages. They're playing for absolutely ages. They're not even playing for like an hour or two. They're playing for. I mean, I'm streaming for like 2 hours. Maybe sometimes I'm streaming a bit longer. I know, but on a whole, I'm doing about maybe like 20 hours in a week, maybe less than that actually. I'm doing about. I mean, if we went on paper, I do about 6 hours of streaming in a week, and that's all the gaming I pretty much do. I do some gaming on the side, but it's not for that long, I mean, I game for a bit, maybe 5 hours or something, but it's not like they. And the thing is that like I guess I haven't got this disorder because obviously I still have to go to work. But even at work, I just game. I'm just gaming at work. That's all I'm doing. So I go to work, I game. I come home, I game. And then I have my family time, and we might go out, and I might be late back, and then we end up doing streams late, or we may cancel streams or whatever. But even when I've cancelled streams, sometimes I've even played. I've even, because I just can't be my face or even my just how mentally tired I feel. I can't actually stream. So then I play anyway, and a lot of you guys realize that I do play games when I'm not even streaming the games. So it's not like. So then I'm thinking like and I guess for me personally, I do game, and gaming is a big part of my life. Don't get me wrong. I do like, even when I'm not even at my computer or with the PlayStation, I might bang out a little game on the phone. And I guess social interactions become a bit boring because I think people just talk about the same old shit. People don't talk about anything new. People just ramble on with the same old rubbish that they've talked about I've heard it all before. So for me, it's just like, I go to someone's house, they're going to talk about the same old bollocks, and I'm just thinking, like, do I need to even conversate with this person? Do I even need to hear what they have to say? Because to me, they're just wasting my energy and they're wasting my brain power in having this conversation that is pretty useless. It's not going to get me anyway. It's not going to make me feel any better. It's not going to make me feel worse, but it's not going to make me feel any better. The game, oh shit, let me just kill this thing. One sec. I've got to kill this flying thing over here. Wow. Wow, that thing had some serious reflexes. I just tried to kill it, and it just went full like reflex mode on me. Anyway, like I was saying, you end up, you go, you have a chat with whoever the hell it is, you talk for a while, and there's nothing better than like you go around someone's house, you see a PS4 there, someone switches it on, you put a bit of FIFA on or something, or you bang out a little bit of GTA, or you play a bit of Fortnite. Oh, I'm gonna kill it now. Where you piece of shit? There we go. He's dead. Yep. Another bug bites to dust. Ow! I don't even know where these things are coming from. I've got a friggin' netting in this studio. I don't even know how they get in here. Anyway, so for me, it's just like I just think, what's the point? What's the point of sitting down, talking nonsense with someone when I could be spending that time playing Fortnite or playing, Call of Duty or playing, or playing a bit of FIFA, maybe, like, bang out a little bit of FIFA, something, or, play. I don't know. It's just the way I am. I guess that's just how my mind thinks. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. I mean, obviously, if a conversation needs to be had, I will have it. I will talk it out. I will, if there's someone new and I don't know them, and it's good. It's good to meet new people and talk to new people and stuff. You may have similar interests and all that. I understand all that. Don't get me wrong. I don't just like cocoon myself into just gaming all the time. But the thing is, sometimes you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people, and you're thinking. Maybe you're the only one that's thinking. These people are just so boring. I've had this happen to me on numerous occasions, where I'm just like, I don't really want to be here because this is so boring. And my mind's falling asleep, and then someone asks you a question like out of the blue, and you're just like, "What did you?" You're like, "Oh my god, I don't know what they've even been talking about all this time," you know. Um, oh, this fucking thing, it's seriously got some balls. Die already, fuck's sake! You don't want to die, just die. Anyway, it's dead now. Yeah, so that's my takeaway from it. I don't know if gaming disorder is even a real thing, because you start making this into a disorder, people will start saying, oh, I can't go to work because I'm addicted to gaming. And then they'll make some way for them to earn money from the taxpayer, um because they have this apparent disorder, and they can't function unless they game, or they have anxiety issues if they don't game, or they have panic attacks, or they get stressed out, or they rage, or they whatever the hell it is, and a lot of this stuff is affecting a lot of younger people, to be honest with you. And when I hear sometimes, like, it's younger people, like, like 9, 10, maybe 11s, maybe to like age 14, and they just gaming all the time, as they quote, inverted commas quote here. I just think to myself, dude, are you being weird? Because it isn't that bad, okay? And only that, the parents are to blame. I mean, surely if you're like a 9-year-old and you're gaming, and you're addicted to it, and your parents aren't taking this seriously, if they're just like brushing it off, then they're the cause of your problem. They're the cause of the reason why this is happening. So, for me personally, I always say to, like, a lot of my friends who have kids as well and stuff, I always say to them, like, know what your kid is playing. Play the game your kid is playing. Don't become an old person before you're old. I mean, some of my mates from school, I talk to them now, and I think to myself, Jesus, you guys sound like you're 50 or 60. You're not even that old, and you're acting like you don't know anything about technology, about how things work, or about gaming, or I was just so blown away by how retarded some of my friends are. And I just think, like, your kids, like, some of them are subscribers to my channel, some of them are like fans of the channel and stuff, and I just think to myself, is your parent that deluded that they don't even know what you're doing online or something? It's so bizarre. I don't understand it. But anyway, that's my takeaway from it. I just think this gaming disorder thing is just another Ponzi scheme. It's another way to put another thing that someone's got something wrong with them, and when really they should just go outside. The parents should just tell them, look, you play for 2 hours, go outside. And it takes a collective. Like, if there's some like, I was at a party today, and people were like, I was a gaming event today, and people were like a bit weird today. Some of the kids in there were super nerds, man. I mean, literally, they were so nerdy, it's unreal. And the thing is, it's fine if you're nerdy. It's fine. But at the same time, they were going out, they were playing in the garden and stuff. There was a gaming event going on and stuff, but they weren't like super, like, as it were, addicted. They still went out. So I think for those kids, those people who are being classified as having a gaming disorder, I blame the parents for it, because the parents should make sure that the kids don't fall into an addiction like as that is so silly, like gaming, because it's something which you can just turn off, and then you can, your mind would wander to do something completely different. Surely, that's the way I look at it. But that's my takeaway from it. That's my personal opinion. That's what I think. That's what I feel. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below, whether you're watching us live, whether you're watching us on playback. What you think? Do you think this is is this disorder real, or have we lost our minds? Let me know in the comments down below, and anything else relevant you want to add to the topic, please drop it down below. I love to read your comments, whether you're watching us live or whether you're watching us on playback. Anyway, it looks like Exodus D is not going to join us today, most likely, because he still hasn't arrived onto the podcast, and we've only got 3 topics left. Next topic. This one's going to be a bit of a long one. This is E3. This comes from IGN. And IGN has done a little review on the best games coming out from E3. I've got this little video to play for you guys, so make sure if you're watching this to turn up your headphones right now, so that you guys can see. What does this say? Autoplay set off. Oh, what? Okay, fine. We don't worry about that. Can we play it? We can play it. Okay. Okay, let's just maximize this. No. I'm just going to maximize this and move it along. Where are we? Transition. There we go. Right, let's have a little listen to this. Oh my god. Okay, this was pointless. Absolutely pointless. I thought this was the actual E3 coverage. Anyway, never mind. Let's keep moving on. Anyway, so these are the games that have been confirmed. So games that have been confirmed to appear in playable form on the show floor or in demonstration settings at E3. So we've got games. What have we got? We've got the Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion. This is going to be coming out on Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I'm not really interested in that game or that one. Or that one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I thought Assassin's Creed died from the last game that came out. To be honest with you, unless you're an Assassin's Creed fanboy, the last Assassin's Creed wasn't really all that. To be honest with you, I was a bit disappointed by the gameplay, the game story. It was interesting. The gameplay was quite interesting, but at the same time, I wasn't that hyped about it, to be honest with you. I don't know what you guys thought about it yourself. But we've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming through on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. But I don't know. I'm a bit reserved with Assassin's Creed. I have not really got into the game, and when I have played it, even I played it live. I think I played it on a live stream, and I played Black Flag, and I mean, some people said that was the worst version of Assassin's Creed, but then again, people will just say that because it was crap. So I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of it. What else have we got? We got Battlefield 5. As you guys know, Battlefield 5 is on its way out. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I'm skeptical about Battlefield 5. I don't know what to expect. I'm a bit put off by the fact that they've told people, if you don't want to buy it, you have to buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy the game. If you don't like the trailer, get lost. So I'm a bit. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. I don't know if this is like some reverse psychology marketing, but Jesus, they're taking some serious risks by saying stuff like that. And the guy who actually said that as well, yeah, I think it was like an executive who'd been working for them for like 30 odd years or something. He literally got sacked for doing what he did. So that's the thing with that. But let me know what you guys thought about Battlefield. I mean, it wasn't one of my favorites. What else we got coming out? I'm just having a little read for this list. There's a lot of games coming. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 coming out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Again, it's a bit like what's happened with Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5, uh, they've actually ruined their game themselves by the statements that have come out from them, whereas Call of Duty have ruined their game by just making a crap trailer, and they're literally just they just jumped on the bandwagon of a battle royale game, and I don't think it's. I personally think Call of Duty has officially died. I don't think there's a uh, the only people who are going to play this game is like I said before, is the same people who play Assassin's Creed. They're fanboys, people who just like that game. They like that the genre of gaming. They like that first-person shooter aspect. But for me, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of first-person shooters anyway. But and it took me a while to get into Call of Duty, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't know. It's not something I'm going to be playing anyway. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What else have we got? Let's have a little look here. Yeah, they've got Creed: Rise to Glory coming out on PS4 VR. Um, it was quite an interesting concept, I thought, in the sense of like you get to be a boxer, and there's not been that many VR games, to be honest with you, and it's something that I've been interested enough to look into because I think um more developers should be making games in VR because VR, I don't know why it fell by the wayside, but VR is awesome if they get it on the money. It's an immersive experience. It's so much better than playing. I mean, if you ever played Minecraft and you like it, I highly recommend downloading Minecraft if you've got a Oculus Gear VR or if you've got an Oculus itself. It's incredible how much better the game is when you're in the actual game. That's my opinion, but I really want to see more games coming out on VR. I think that'd be pretty sick. What else we got? Oh my god, they're bringing out Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. Um, Now the thing is with Crash was a game that I played when I was literally a child. I remember playing it when I was like 12 or something. And it's quite ironic that they're re-bringing these games out because the games were really good. Games like Crash was so much fun. And what's really interesting is that it's coming out on the Nintendo Switch. And if you guys haven't got yourself a Switch yet, I mean, I'm telling you now, you should get one. I've got one. It's bloody incredible. But the benefit of it is that it's Crash would have been the ideal game to have on a portable machine because it's such an easy to pick up game. You just bang it out, and then when you don't have to be finished. You can just put it down, and then you can pick it up at another point. So because there's no actual you're not actually thinking, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that. It's just like a pick up and go game. Which is great. And the game's actually, I mean, there's another version of Crash, the original version, which is actually available on mobile as well. So if you guys have got a phone, I really highly recommend to download it so you get an idea of what Crash is all about. What else we got? Let's have a look. Uh, there was Days Gone as well. It's quite interesting how many games are exclusive on PS4 as well. When I was going through this list, I found like a lot of exclusivity to PS4, which is a big thing that I think is driving Xbox prices down. And not only that, is driving a lot of people to change from Xbox to PS4. And it's quite funny how like children, like a lot of people who are like maybe like between the age of like 8 and like 11 are all a lot of them have got Xboxes over PlayStations. And then as soon as they hit about 11 to 12, they start to convert over to PS4, unless they become an Xbox fanboy. But a lot of them end up leaving Xbox and turning over to PS4, which is very interesting. Why that's the case. Another interesting one, which I didn't realize was coming out, was Dead or Alive 6. Again, another very classic game that I haven't seen out for ages, but it should be interesting when that comes out. Um, Uh, Obviously, there's Destiny's 2 Forsaken, which is out for free at the moment on PS4. If you guys haven't got yourself your free copy, be sure if you've got PS Plus to grab yourself your free copy. Again, Destiny being a first-person shooter, I haven't been that into it. I didn't really get into the game as much as I thought I would have done. I haven't even played it. I've downloaded it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Devil May Cry 5. If you haven't played any of the Devil May Cry series, really good game. Another one that's been released. I haven't actually played Devil May Cry. But from what I've heard, and I mean, even the videos that I see on it, it looks like a very very cool game to play. But let me know what you guys your favorites were from E3, and who else was there? There was a couple of them that I saw that I thought, why are they doing this? Like for example, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I don't see how this game can be improved. The game came out, and I'll be honest with you, fell out of love with that game as quick as the beta version was finishing. I was not taken by the game. Doom was another massive letdown, and I'm hoping the new Eternal will be better. But we'll have to wait and see how good it will be. I was not impressed by the Doom release. One game which I have played a few times, which is the Dragon Ball series. There's Dragon Ball Fighter Z. This looks pretty cool. This is coming out on Nintendo Switch, and I think it'll be a cool game to have if you've got a Switch. I think it'll be quite a fun game to own. So that's one game I'm actually looking forward to. But then again, I am a bit of a Dragon Ball Z fan anyway. What else was there? There was a couple of others as well that I thought was quite interesting. Obviously, there was Elder Scrolls, which I'm not a massive fan of. Fallout, not a fan of either. FIFA 19. I fell out of love of FIFA, and I mean, the last FIFA that I played, like proper played, was FIFA 14. After FIFA 14, I kind of didn't like the game. FIFA 15, with the Ultimate Team, the game pace changed, and I find a lot of people went over to Pro Evo. And since the release of FIFA 18, which I have been playing, I think I've loved the game. I really have enjoyed playing FIFA 18. I've loved the pace of the game. I love the way that the players work and stuff. And I love the fact. I love how the fact that Ultimate Team isn't such a massive domination over the game as well. That was one thing that really annoyed me. And FIFA 19 looks to be a promising game as well. I just hope FIFA can keep going in the right direction, because I feel like for like 4 years, FIFA kind of just died. Personally for me, but it's actually I actually play it in a lot of work, and I actually enjoy it quite a bit. What else have we got? Let's have a little roll through here. Uh, Fortnite. Obviously we know about how Fortnite did and how well it's doing, and it's still growing. But it's incredible how many games are actually coming out. Obviously Halo is coming out for the Xbox One, but I've never been a big fan of Halo. Hitman 2. They're re-releasing this game. Hitman would have been a great game. Hitman's Assassins, I think it was so boring. I just don't know what they can do with this game, to be honest with you. I don't know where they're going to take this game to. Just Cause 4. Just Cause is actually a very interesting game. I've got Just Cause 3, and I still haven't played it, but it's very similar gameplay to like Uncharted and stuff, with a few little twists, but lots of action. Great story in the game. I really thoroughly enjoyed playing Just Cause 2. So Just Cause 4 is just around the corner, so that should be quite interesting to see as well. What else do we got? Let's have a quick little run through this. Madden's coming out. You know, I want to get into an NFL game. You know, Madden looks pretty sick. It's complicated, but it still looks really interesting. One game that I'm actually looking forward to getting for the Switch is Mario and Rabbits DLC. That's going to be quite a nice little upgrade on the Mario platform. I don't know how they've brought these two characters together, but the trailer for the game looks really, really cool. And again, I think like with Nintendo in general, the Mario games are always so much fun. Like Mario Odyssey was way, way fun to play. If you guys didn't check it out, I really highly recommend it. It was pretty cool. I played it at Comic Con last year, and I've played it since I've got the Switch, and I do enjoy it. It's probably one of the best Mario games I've played in a while. Um, what else do we have? Monster Hunt is coming out on the Switch as well. Um, NBA Live 19. I saw this. And again, I think like with NBA 2K17 was great. And then I played 18. I didn't really like it, and 19. You know what it is that with NBA, what I'm finding is that the game's becoming so realistic. Like controlling the players is becoming more and more difficult. I mean, I remember back in the day when I used to play NBA Jam, and it was so much fun. It was simple. There was not really much skill involved to it, and the game was so it was so exaggerative. You know, like you would literally be able to do some mad moves that isn't actually possible, but you could do them, and it just made the game fun to play. And I think this is what it is. It's like NBA has become a bit too realistic, where you're like, you might as well go out and play the game for real on a court side, you know? What's up, Real VIP King? Thanks for joining us over at Twitch.tv, as always. Thank you for coming over. He's over at Discord as well, so thanks for sticking around in Discord. What else we got? We're having a quick little run through E3's heads up. I don't know if I'm going to go through this whole list, to be honest with you. It's quite a big list of shit. I didn't realize how much games are coming out. You know, it's incredible. Like, I get fixated on certain games that are coming, and then I'm a bit reluctant to look at other games. And, yeah, it's quite interesting. There's a lot of games coming out that you wouldn't really hear of. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, obviously, Spider-Man came out. If you guys didn't know about Spider-Man hitting the shelves, I mean, what the hell was you thinking? But somehow Marvel, PlayStation managed to get exclusive on this game. It's only available on PlayStation 4. And it's really, really good. The game is excellent. I played it, and I love it. It's a game that I'm thinking of buying and streaming on the channel. So stay tuned for that. That might be coming out soon with us. The problem I've got at the moment is I'm in two minds of whether to get it, because Red Dead is just round the corner, and I'm planning to play Red Dead Redemption, the first game on the PS3, doing a full playthrough of that before the release of Red Dead 2. So I'm not sure if Spider-Man's going to end up being one of those next year maybe gameplays. I don't know yet. I'm in two minds about it at the moment, but we'll see what happens with that. What else do we got? There's a few others. Oh, Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition is coming out. Obviously, that's been re-released again on the PS4 and PC. Massively love Street Fighter, and I just love that the game just went in more and more extreme as it came out more and more afterwards, and this is no exception. They've got all the turbo fights on this, which is just insane. If you learn the moves, you can just pull off some mad combos, and it again, it's not like a big game, but it's a game that is really well received by a lot of people, and it's just kept going all this time. You know what? That's an interesting one. You know, Shadow of the Tomb Raider it looks good. I just hope it plays as good as it looks. Because there's nothing more disappointing than playing a Tomb Raider game and then it's disappointing because it doesn't live up to the trailer. And me, I always say never believe the trailer. You know, always look at gameplay, because gameplay gives you the real reality of what the game is going to offer you, whereas trailers are designed to make you want to buy it. But I'm just hoping, I'm hoping. I mean, I saw the new Tomb Raider film. If you guys didn't see it, I would not highly recommend you see it. It's a massive difference from the original depictions of what Lara Croft is all about. You know, big tits, big ass, you know, and all that jazz. That's all kind of gone. So we'll have to wait and see how good that game really is. I'm not in a rush for Tomb Raider. And it used to be one of those games I used to find it absolutely hilarious playing on the N64 when you used to jump backwards and then you used to do this vault forward and you could keep vaulting backwards and forwards and she would just keep doing these fucking crazy backflip jumps. You know, she didn't just jump backwards, she did this fucking vault thing. And it was the most funniest thing ever because you could try and vault up rocks and stuff, and because the game didn't understand what you were trying to do, it would let you go up the like a vertical cliff, vaulting. And she'd always make these weird sound effects as well. It was quite interesting. If you guys haven't ever seen the N64 version, come check it out. It's so funny. Some people will still bloody stream it, believe it or not. What else we got? Let's have a little run through here. Yeah, but I don't know where that's come from, to be honest with you, Brian. You know, with the bow and arrow thing. I don't know. I don't know where that's from, because that's not any depiction of what Lara Croft was about. And even with the new game, they've kind of kept that momentum going. Like they're trying to change what Tomb Raider or Lara Croft was all about before. Which I don't get why they've done that, but I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know, they want to jazz things up a little bit, you know, make things look a little bit different. Um, yeah, there's nothing really. There is some more games, but I'm not going to look at anymore. These are the list of games that are potentially being released and are going to be available to be played at E3. But you know, I mean that's my takeaway from all of the games. I mean, the games that I have had a bit of a boner for, I guess. He's like Spider-Man. I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to owning that game to play it. And obviously Red Dead 2. That is the game. That is the only game, to be honest with you, that I can really see I'm gonna be buying on the day of release and streaming it. Probably, you know, there isn't really any other game that has come to mind that has been like, you must get this game. You know, the only game after Red Dead 2 would be GTA 6, you know, on the PS5. That'd be the next one. But let me know what you guys thought about E3 and what was your favorite games from E3. Mine would have had to been Spider-Man and Red Dead 2. Um, but whatever you guys thought was the best games that you liked or that you're looking forward to, drop them in the comments down below, whether you're watching us live, whether you're watching us on playback. Let me know what you guys thought of the E3 show from 2018. Moving on swiftly, we come to another part of today's podcast, which is taking me over to nearly to an hour, which is interesting. Which is about the KSI and Logan Paul conference. Now, I know we already live streamed the KSI Logan Paul fight and all the other fights that came with it, and we know the outcomes. But one thing I really wanted to talk about and look back on was the actual KSI and Logan Paul conference. As you guys may not know, they had two conferences. They had one in the United States and they had one in the United Kingdom. And the one in the States was a little bit one-sided, and the one in the the United Kingdom, was also one-sided, as we're about to find out. So I've got a little video to play for you guys, just in case you don't know. This comes from the Evening Standard. So I'm gonna put this in full screen mode for you people, and be sure to turn up your headphones so you can have a little listen to this. This is quite interesting.
You Logan. All right. How you feeling, bro? Is that lip quivering?
Yo, hey.
Is that lip? How's that lip?
Hey, I would love to sit here and answer your questions.
All right,
I feel like KSI addressed everything.
All right, JJ.
London, I'm out. I'll see you August 25th.
Yeah, that gives you a little idea of what happened with Logan Paul he wasn't a very happy chappy about this conference that went down with him and KSI. Uh, it was actually virals.tv. Plug. Oh yeah, you want to plug, eh? Um, this was really interesting. Because if you watch the original conference that they did in America, Logan had all the firepower to hit KSI and Deji with. And then when it came to the reverse, when it came to Logan being in the United Kingdom, he couldn't actually take the stuff KSI was doing. So here's the news from the Evening Standard. I'll break this story down for you guys so you guys have an idea what we're talking about. So YouTube sensation Logan Paul stormed out of a press conference after facing a barrage of insults from fellow vlogger KSI. I love how they call him a vlogger. He's not even a friggin' vlogger. The internet celebrities faced up to each other at a press conference ahead of their boxing match next month. The pair will battle it out for the ring in Manchester, which will be live streamed to their millions of followers worldwide. The YouTube stars held the conference with fans in London's York Hall, and things turned nasty as KSI real name Olejedebi William Onuludojoti, I don't know how you say that name, by the way, got personal, slating Paul's girlfriend and father. What about the mother? Talking to the mic, he said, "Hasn't England suffered enough? We lost the Croatia in the semi-final. We had Trump come over last week. Now we got you this week." He then went on to mention Paul's new girlfriend and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. star Joel Bennett. Oh, I didn't know that's who that was. Joking that he would make a better partner as Paul lost 15% of his testicles in a YouTube stunt. "Why don't you introduce me to her?" he asked as the crowd chanted, "She's a hoe!" Which is not very nice, people. We shouldn't be calling girls hoes. He continued, "Apparently you got only 85% of your testicles. Let me give her the extra 15. Let me show her a real man." He then went on to brand Paul's mother ludicrous and his father disgusting and delusional, before calling his competition a sick, deadbeat, bald-headed pussy. KSI started a "fuck you, Logan" chant before asking, "How you feeling, bro? Is that lip quivering? How's that lip?" Clearly fed up, and you could clearly see it. What's up, Devils Layer? You could clearly see it. Logan was pissed off by this point. Clearly fed up, Paul stood up and stormed out, telling KSI, "I would love to sit here and answer your questions. I think KSI addressed everything. London, I'm out!" The pair will fight on August 25th, which we've already seen now. And so we'll follow with the Digi and whatever the hell fight. So the reason I wanted to look back at this is because... What is this thing doing? Yeah, the reason I wanted to look back at this is because of the is when they had the initial conference in the United States, it seemed like KSI and Deji were playing along with the script, and that like Logan and Jake were having the time of their life. Taking the digs, saying the lines, making them feel like shit. And then when it came to Logan's turn, it's like he didn't stick to the game plan. Like he couldn't take what was being said, and it furthered the criticism of, he's a bad sport, because the whole point of the conference is you'll get your chance to speak, but he didn't want to speak. And there was a lot of things that came out about this with Geordie Shaw, with Logan himself saying that the Geordie is supposed to be in the middle ground, but he seems to be siding with KSI more and all this jazz. But to be honest with you, it's not that. It's that you've done something which has ruined a lot of people's reputation on the platform. You ruined a lot of channels, including mine, and a lot of people hate you because of it. And it's going to be very hard for people to forgive you for something which is so dumb when you do dumb things on a regular basis. And not only that, the things that you do have such massive implications on the platform that it doesn't just affect the big YouTubers who really, to be honest with you, don't really get affected by any of these changes. It's all of us small guys. All of the smaller channels are the ones that really feel the punch when shit goes down on YouTube. Like, for example, when they changed the monetization of what you needed to be able to monetize. I got screwed and a half. I was making some good money, and then it just all stopped. And if it wasn't for sponsors, and if it wasn't for people who donate, this channel would be making zero right now, and the time and effort that, we put into our channels, not just me, every content creator, whoever puts any amount of time into YouTube, they know, I feel your pain. When you see those copyright claims just coming up left, right, and center over you just playing a clip of something. Like, we got banned on my live stream on my main channel, which is why we're streaming on the backup channel, because of copyright claim. It's ridiculous, and this is our fate, and it's people like Logan Paul, and PewDiePie, who do stupid things because they're like so massive. It's not going to affect them, but it's going to affect everybody else. And I think this is was the issue, is that he just could not take the sort of backlash that came after this. And there was reports of his dad getting beat and all this sort of stuff. And to be honest with you, I think if you walk around with a certain persona, if you walk around with your head in a certain direction, and you build this maverick lifestyle, then you got to take the maverick punishment. That's just the way I see it. So for me, there's no sympathy from my side. I'm not sympathetic towards Logan at all. Yeah, you could say people, people are free to make a mistake and they can learn from it and whatever. But personally, I just think, that you should not need to make that kind of mistake. You don't record a dead hanging body as a form of entertainment. That is just dumb. You need to go back to kindergarten if you don't know that that's a bad thing to do. That's morally wrong to do. But that's my takeaway from it. In terms of the conference, I thought that Logan was super shallow about the whole event. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you got a different opinion? I'd love to hear from you, whether you're watching us live, whether you're watching us on Playback. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's move on to the last and final topic. That's right. Last and final topic is, I guess we'll call this the dumb people of the week. That's what we'll call it. Okay. This was released by Mashable UK, and I mean, I tell you what, I read this and I was like, this cannot be real, but it is. This really happened. Okay. Anyway, adult Pokemon Go players arrested over game-related assault. That in itself should paint the picture. There's these guys, and I'll read the story out in a second, but they literally they're facing jail time because of a game. Okay, maybe they have a gaming disorder. I don't know, but we're about to find out together. Anyway, let's roll on out. Pikachu is sad, everybody, okay? Meme that shit. So these Pokemon Go players should Pokemon go to jail. What a line. On an otherwise calm Monday in Kirkwood, Missouri, 3 individuals got into a fight after one Pokemon Go player accused an adult father-son duo of cheating in Pokemon Go and threw a Gatorade bottle at them, in the St. Louis Dispatch reported Wednesday. This report was back in June 2018, by the way, just in case you're wondering when the hell this story is from. Robert Matizzi. I don't know how to say his fucking name. 71 years old, by the way, people. And his son, Angelo, 31 years old. Just remember these numbers. Later found the accuser and allegedly instigated a fight, which a bystander recorded on video, but police did not release it. Pussies. The dispatch described the unfair fight, which sounded pretty bad for the unnamed accuser. A bystander took video of the encounter and caught Robert, whatever the fuck his name is, holding the victim down while his son hit the victim's head and face several times. Kirkwood police officer Matthew Wagner wrote the victim suffered cuts to his face, a traumatic eye injury, and a broken fingertip. Pokemon Go, everybody. Welcome to the real world. Both Matizu, I've got to get this name right. Both Mateuzis, what kind of fucking surname is that? Are facing one count of assault to the third degree and are being held on $15,000 bail. In a statement, Wagner wrote that the victim accused the Matsuzis of cheating and stealing his gym, perhaps insinuating that the two working together to unseat him as the gym leader was unfair. I'm a bit lost now. Sorry, I'm just going to keep reading the story. Let me know if you catch up. For those unfamiliar with this feature of Pokemon Go, i.e. me, because I don't play the fucking game, gyms are designated locations all over the world where players can go with their captured Pokemon and try to defeat other players' Pokemon to become the gym leader. They remain the gym leader until another player defeats their Pokemon. Fine. I see. I'm getting it now. If you ever find yourself wanting an... Oh, interesting. If you ever find yourself wanting to assault someone over a video game, take a breath, stop, look around, find a mirror, and gaze into your own eyes. Tell yourselves, it's just a game. Pokemon Go or any other game is not worth getting beat up over, and it's not worth going to jail over. Please play responsibly. That's right. Also, just to add to this news, watch, Japan now has a Pokemon governor, and it's not who you'd think. Just thought I'd just chuck that in there. Anyway, that's the story. That's the meat of the cow. It's pretty stupid. Personally, from my personal opinion, I can't understand how someone can take a game so seriously. And I understand, like, playing a game, you get a bit into it and you become a little bit, like you want to be the best at it or whatever. I don't know how it works with Pokemon Go. I never got into Pokemon Go for a reason, because I just thought it's dangerous, and obviously I worry, like, for my kids as well as other people's kids, is that it's a game which kind of makes you, kind of not forces, but kind of encourages you to go out into the real world to look for these creatures which aren't actually real, which you then capture on your smartphone. Only issue I have with that is that you don't know what would be there when you get there, because obviously there's been a lot of reports of people getting beat up, people getting mugged, and so on and so forth, because they play certain types of Pokemon which people are hunting for, which are more rarer to find, and then they end up getting assaulted or whatever it is. So personally, from a personal perspective, I thought, I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to put a downer on it, because I just think it's going to encourage not the right kind of behavior. And I don't like I mean, I don't see the point, I guess. I've never been a Pokemon fan anyway. So it's not like it's something I'm missing out on, because I never got into it in the first place. I thought Pokemon was pretty retarded when it was coming out. This is just my opinion, by the way. You're more than free to disagree with what I'm saying, but this is the extent of how stupid I feel this stuff gets, is that people end up fighting over it. And obviously, Brian has an opinion about this, and he's put in the comments, cheating in Pokemon Go is a real thing, and it's genuinely unfair to other players who live in that area. I can see how it makes arguments. The thing is, it's one thing to argue about something. It's one thing to have a discussion. It's one thing to maybe shout about with somebody else, that, like, if you feel they're cheating at a game or whatever it is. But it's something else to face jail time. It's another thing when you then go to that next level, where you turn the game into a war zone. It's a fictional game. It's not real. And then you turn what is fictional into a reality. And I think this is where I kind of don't care who's to blame here, because I think if people are fighting physically in the real world over a game, they should all go to jail, because they're all dumb. Okay, there should be some line. People should realize that it is not such a big deal, because it's not real. It's fictional. But this is, again, I'm just thinking, maybe this gaming disorder thing isn't such a bad idea after all. It'll help keep freaks like this off the streets. I don't know. Maybe they'll end up in a psych unit because they believe the Pokemon are actually there. I don't know. I mean, this story was just like the most weirdest story I've ever read in my life, and I just thought, I've got to bring this up on the podcast because it's just totally weird. I mean, it's nice to hear a different opinion from Brian, but I guess for me, it's just like, I don't know. I guess I can understand, like, for example, if you see people aimbotting in Fortnite or using certain mods in Fortnite to be like super amazing at the game, I understand that. I get it, but I'm not gonna. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna like try and kill the person. It's just like with GTA 5 on the PS3, the amount of modders that are in that game is ridiculous. But you're not gonna find me trying to find who the hell the modder is and be like, you shouldn't be doing that, sir, and then go around there with my muscles and punch them in the face. It's just dumb. It's taking the thing which is fictional. It's meant to be for entertainment. It's meant to be for just your fun. It's not meant to be real. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's just meant to be like a pastime, like cutting grass. And then you turn that into a real thing in your life, like your life would depend on it if you don't retain the gym. And I completely understand people spend time in the game in order to get to that level, to get to that. I get it. I totally get it. But damn, when you take the game and it becomes a fact of you physically fighting somebody else. I mean, did you guys remember the ages, right? The dad was 71 years old. I'm just thinking 71, and then the guy, the son, I mean, when you say father and son, you're thinking like, maybe like a 30-year-old with his kid who's like, I don't know, like 8 or something. No. This is a 71-year-old man who, a lot of people say, like, in that sort of age, you'd be wise. You'd be wiser. You'd make more rational decision making. Obviously, that's a lie. And obviously, a 31-year-old who's his son, literally, I mean, the fact that they ganged up on the guy and was like, oh, we're going to fuck you up now because you think you're all that. I just think, damn, you lot are psychos. All I would say to that is I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, that's my opinion. That's my takeaway from this story. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Whether you're watching us live, whether you're watching us on playback, I love to read your comments and find out different opinions, what people are thinking. There's no right or wrong here. You know, you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree with me. You can agree with Brian. You can agree with whatever. You may have a completely different point of view. Let me know in the comments down below whether it's this story or any of the stories before. Let me know what you guys think. Oh shit. I don't think I will be Brian. But that's the takeaway. Let me know what you guys think, whether it's this story, the last story, any stories in between. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, whether you're watching us live or whether you're watching us on playback. But that's where we're going to end today's show. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for joining us on the podcast live. For those of you who are here, we had obviously Brian Lloyd, Jordan Voss, and the Devils. Leo, thank you for joining me over at youtube.com and over at twitch.tv. We had Spade809, April got Duprit Fruit, Commander Root, we had Slamman478, and also the Real VIP King. Thank you very much for joining me over at twitch.tv, guys. You guys are awesome. The podcast doesn't do amazing on its views. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. Not a lot of people like to watch this talk show at nighttime. But I hope you guys watch this during the daytime. Let me know what you guys think about all the stories that we talked about today. Before we sign off, a big shout out goes out to obviously the sponsors as always, because without them this wouldn't be possible. Big shout out goes out to the guys over at Cinch Gaming, CD Keys, and not forgetting the infamous people over at Razor.com. And if you guys haven't done it yet, come and follow me over at twitter.com. The handle is T4MYM. You guys can find me over at Twitter. The link is in the description. And you can win yourself a brand new PS4 or Xbox One X controller or Xbox One controller. It's made by Cinch Gaming. It's a custom made controller which will have all the action buttons and stuff on there. It's a really good controller. It's worth about 40 pounds. So don't miss out. It's being given away for free, and there's up to 6 different designs you can choose from. All you got to do is follow me on Twitter, and you'll see the tweet that I've tweeted out from Cinch. You just got to retweet that tweet, tag 2 people in it, and you're entered into the giveaway. Don't miss your chance to win yourself a really expensive controller that you get free of charge if you're one of the lucky winners. So come and do it before it's too late. Also, we've got the T4 Army merch. If you guys haven't snagged yourself something awesome from the T4 store, please be sure to go grab yourself something soon, because we've got 20% shipping coming up for you guys. I know the flash flood for the 20% was very short, but we've got the free shipping, which I think is going to be running for about 4 days. So be sure to snag the code before it's too late. And also not forgetting G2A.com and G4G. Over at twitch.tv. Obviously, G2A handling the AAA title games on the cheap, and not forgetting G4G and Streamlabs, keeping those the donations lit live and streamlined. Thank you to everybody who's ever donated to the live stream. Big shout out goes out to you guys for those of you who have donated. And if you ever fancy donating to the stream by supporting your favorite streamer, all you got to do is either hit the G4G link or the Streamlabs link. Links as always in the description down below. And if you're watching us on twitch.tv, you can see the little caption on the descriptions. You can't miss it. And that's the best place to donate to the stream. It's secure, it's safe, and I will really appreciate it. So thank you very much. But that's pretty much it. That's where we're going to end today's show. We'll be back tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow we'll be back. It's going to be a tough one. Tomorrow I might be even more tired than I am today, because I've got literally a whole day of gaming. I start gaming from, I think it's 11 a.m. and I finish at like 7 or something in the evening. So it's like a whole day of gaming tomorrow. It's going to be insane. So I don't know if we're going to stream 100%. I'm about 75% sure. It all depends on how tired I am when I get in. But I will let you guys know on Discord. If you guys follow me on Discord, if you follow the chat on Discord, if you join the T4 Army chat on Discord, you will know whether I will be streaming or will not be streaming. But I guess until then, guys, we'll be streaming. I think I'm gonna be jumping on probably GTA 5 tomorrow, because I've been playing Fortnite quite often. I might be back on Fortnite on Monday, possibly, so you can join me on the Monday live stream for Fortnite, but we'll be back tomorrow either way. But until then, guys, as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and peace.